All right, Coach, they've got right around 100,000 packed in here like sardines at AT&T Stadium. And with the roof closed and the bottled waters flowing, figures to be a loud and raucous atmosphere in Arlington. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the San Francisco 49ers and the Dallas Cowboys. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Get ready, get ready, get ready. Slam, slam. Check 9, check 9.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Out of the gun now. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. That makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down now, Pollard. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to make it 3rd down and 10.
Here we go, here we go. 10, touchdown. Watch right. On the ball. Hey.
Looking to throw. Complete. It's Johnson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 25 yards that time.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. That may be a sneak peek on this opening drive of what this young rookie can showcase, his legs.
And normally, as you start a game, you're just thinking, can he get the snap? Can he hand off? Can he just execute? Instead, he doesn't waste any time on wrapping another dimension to his game.
And it'll be intercepted.
Myrick is not going over Gallup, bro.
Anticipation. Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone, I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious. So you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
2nd and 6. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster.
Y'all gotta be better than this,
where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
So now they operate back from their side of the field here. 2nd and long.
5-2 is the mic. 5-2. Hey, let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here. Hey, Mike 52.
2nd and long. And the catch made by Hopkins. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
Sometimes the most effective routes are the ones that you run in the backyard, and you probably ran them. A little curl there against zone, but the key to it is finding the open spots in the zone. How a linebacker or a defensive back will widen to give you space. Find that area and let your quarterback hit you.
They'll look to throw here. He goes full extension, and he's got it. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a 1st down.
1st down saves them from a 3 and out. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw, and that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. His throw caught right around the 6. A very solid gain of 27. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Corey Coleman. His first touchdown on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Now it's Breida.
Come on, bro.
And he's going to take it in.
Like I was using him, but it made me suck into him.
Matt Breida,
if I would have just kept my fucking angle,
touchdown on the year as his guys
I would have had him, bro. But
here in this
that's
first
not
quarter.
him.
And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning.
And I thought that was illegal.
And off he goes.
Taking to the fullback.
This will be taken short. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, it's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. They were looking for Johnson that time. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. We'll see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 8. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
I don't understand what the fuck is happening right now.
To the tune of 35 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. On first down, here's Breida.
His offensive line is blocking fucking amazing, and mine's not, dude.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And he's brought down after a very nice
like I said,
game.
blocking very well, but mine won't. Dude, like that shit is bullshit, bro.
At the 25. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you
He's got the same speed fucking Pollard does. So I don't even want to hear the speed shit either.
Get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll try to run with Breida, and he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown.
Bullshit, man.
Matt Breida with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be taken very short.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause
like
for
I said,
discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen
mine
behind,
won't block the shit, but his will every fucking time.
So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
What's tight? Tight is right. What's tight? Tight. We got
Now back to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Cowboys on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. He'll look to throw.
Throw it, bro.
Pressure gets to him again.
This motherfucker's playing
Solomon Thomas, they'd love to see
DNs,
that from him as he slips in for the
shit.
sack. Now the Cowboys going to burn
Because
the
it's a
first of their
mismatch in the
timeouts.
game.
They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second
Quick
quarter.
finesse.
Out now comes the
Says
Cowboys
ball crashes
punter.
and power moves.
As his first punt will come from inside his own end
And I
zone.
can't fucking punt right now.
This is off the side of his foot. And big problems there.
Congratulations,
They'll send this crossed
Antonio.
out of bounds at the
You're getting a free win.
30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go, D. Get off the field.
They run with Breida. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Jalen Smith able to record his 5th sack of the season. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Back to throw here. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That pick hurts a little extra because it was 3rd down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on, because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now, those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
It's what you call a rookie mistake.
That's what I'm talking about.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. And there just
Ain't no fucking way
to be nowhere to
you're able
run.
to
He's
fucking get me
spotted
every
up
time
again at the line of scrimmage.
by doing the same fucking coverages.
They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 5.
49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete.
The
And
same
this
fucking
effort
player.
won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts.
Tony, I thought you had more plays than
sideline
fucking
to talk over
5.
what to do next. That's pulled in at the 32. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Here we go. Here we go. Touchdown. Gotta do better. Come on, QB. Come on.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the 1st down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Hey. You got 3. You got 3. 3 down. 3 down.
Now this time he'll look to throw. That'll be complete to Breida. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure, and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good...
And across the 49er touchdown.
0. I'm bringing a blitz every fucking play.
The half is winding down. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Well, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, but his top two options were not available on that throw, so he went the safe route. Worked out pretty well.
It was like you were in the pocket.
Motherfuckers that abuse wheel routes are fucking cheese, too. I don't understand that shit, man.
Look downfield first, bring it back to the line of scrimmage.
Not easy for a rookie to do. Oftentimes
they get one look
it can be
and they make their decision off of that. He went through three.
Man.
That was impressive.
No matter if you have a back
after the
off
touchdown,
or not.
it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
It's still a sideline kick, bro.
This will be taken short. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they...
And oh, he coughed it up! Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. He'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Incomplete from the contact. Brings up third down and 6 yards to go.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Single receiver. I go 10.
They'll drop the throw. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
Incomplete on the deep ball. Results in a 4th down.
And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. They'll run forward with Pollard, and he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
One's the mic. Watch one. Watch one. Know your job. Go. Promotion. Slam. Check 37.
Here's Breida. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll make it 3rd and 13. They'll set up a throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And
That's
he'll be taken
horseshit, bro.
down, but not before he gets this football out shy
Game
of
is
the 30 to the
sucking you, though.
29. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
Hey, 96 is coming. We got Mike's 96. Better bring it. You better.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Forced out to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep, back over the middle. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. Find him.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
You got some old-ass dudes over here blocking for you.
Because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Check 25. Check 25.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Oliver, the tight end, making the catch. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
First down, San Francisco.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's first and 10 at the 46. Back to throw. Flush to his right. And connecting here with DJ Shark. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you've got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
The throw right sideline here is complete. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 4 yards the pickup, first down. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's first and 10.
Mike 96. And watch that. And watch the ball. And 96 is coming.
They'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off Byron Jones. And now nothing but green ahead of him. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe.
It's caught inside the 25.
Like I said, game is sucking you off. Oh my fucking God, bro. I am so done playing this bitch, man.
A big play there for the Niners. And even 60 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Here at about the 11. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8. They run again with Breida. And across the chalk into the end zone is a 49er touchdown. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. And let's not forget he had the receiving touchdown earlier. Now a trio of rushing touchdowns. Quite a performance.
Diversification. That's all you can talk about. His ability to do everything leaves him on the field on every down on offense because you can hand it to him, as we've seen. Would you say 3 rushing touchdowns? And, of course, throw it to him where he's caught 1 as well.
Gold with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Come on, set. 60 yards. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
They're going to look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle.
Look at that fucking catch-up speed. Motherfucker, it's way out in front of him, bro.
It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
51 yards on the punt there. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. DeMarcus Lawrence. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
This is Breida. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. They get 5 yards on the run there. Still left staring at a 3rd and about 14.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. Here comes the 49ers punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. Here comes the 49ers punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. He gets this away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And out of bounds. This will depend on where they spot it. And they'll say at the 45. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. This quarterback now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here. Looking to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Hey, pick your game up. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight.
On 2nd down, Pollard, and he will
ain't no fucking way, dude. Like y'all,
23-yard line.
I run those plays and they don't ever fucking work.
2 yards.
I like the strategy.
But, you know, someone else can, and it works every fucking time for my rest
But that means you probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. The Cowboys on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 4.
Look at that fucking catch-up speed. That is so retarded, man.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away.
And he's subbing him in at linebacker, which is also weak as fuck, because I don't do that, because that's just fucking cheating.
Yeah, they're indeed going to go
if you really want to think about it.
So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
Oh, is that the fucking tackle 2 again, right back to back? Oh, it's not going to show. Yeah, it was.
D Ford, and the 49ers are going to get the football back.
It was the same exact fucking play, bro.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Jim.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Check safety, check safety.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Niners on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Check right 54. Right 54. Switch up, switch up. Right there, 54, right there, right there. 54.
This one complete to Coleman. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll bring up
if you go for
down.
this, you're a bitch, dude. Straight up.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They run for it with Breida. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They only got a couple, but a couple.
No motherfucker in the NFL will go for it on 4th down and 1
4th down
with up 2 scores up.
First down. Being chased out left. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Leighton Vander Esch wreaking havoc with a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Let's go, Hattie. Let's go.
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. Returnable here from the 38. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Under pressure, they got him again. So after the sack here, 2nd and 14. Now a shotgun handoff.
Look at that, bro.
And nothing doing
there ain't
here.
no fucking way this shit happens every fucking time.
Scrimmage, but that's it. Call it no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long.
It's now 3rd down and long.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. They'll look to throw here. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down.
2nd and 10. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
So with just under 40 seconds to go, you figure this is going to need to bounce their way if they have any shot. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number, kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. That one looks like he'll throw here. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today.
You see that pass interference, Phil? That wasn't called.
If he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll look to throw. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. He'll look to throw. And a catch made by Hopkins. That's good for 28 yards.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Jack Rabbit! Jack Rabbit! What's right? What's right? What's right? What's right? Oh, oh. Man up, D! Man up, D!
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Myrick again, bro. The worst fucking catching DB in the fucking league is going up over somebody.
Football back.
He's only going 2 feet off the fucking ground, too.
Offense set to get this drive underway. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. Little clock management 101.
And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. So the victory here for San Francisco, and you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
No, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for the 49ers, they move a step closer to 500 as their record improves to 2-3. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.